Welcome to the battlefields of World War II. In this series, we will be looking at a massive amount of conflicts in chronological order which occurred during the span of World War II. We begin all the way back, when things start to escalate in Asia during 1937, and go all the way to 1945 at the end days of the war. Each conflict will be briefly introduced, the battle will then be fought out in Battlefield 1942. All theaters of war, including the Pacific, Western Europe, Eastern Europe, and Africa, will be dealt with. Be warned that there may be historical inaccuracies when it comes to the battles that are provided, but the main purpose of this series is to entertain, not to educate. For your epic journey throughout World War II, look no further. Enjoy. The Battle of Grebbeberg was a major engagement during the Battle of the Netherlands, which was a part of the World War II Operation Val Gelb in 1940. In the early morning of the 10th of May 1940, the German Army Group B invaded the Netherlands. The 207th Infantry Division, commanded by Karl von Tiedemann, and part of the 18th Army, had been tasked with overrunning the Grebbeberg within a day. Resistance at the IJssel line near Westervoort was fiercer than anticipated, and it was dusk by the time the Germans had occupied Wageningen, the city directly to the east of the Grebbeberg. In order to mount a direct assault on the Grebbeberg, the Germans had to breach the line of outposts, which covered a 3-kilometer wide area directly in front of Grebbeberg, which had not been flooded. The line was manned by 2 companies of the 3rd Battalion of the 8th Infantry Regiment, which was part of the 4th Division and the 2nd Corps. In the early hours of the 11th of May, German artillery opened fire on the line of outposts, disabling the telephone system of the Dutch defenders. Now that communication with the other defensive lines had become impossible, the Dutch were deprived of artillery support. At dawn, the SS Brigade launched a direct assault on the outposts. The defensive positions at the outposts were mostly improvised and consisted of sandbags and wooden obstacles. German forces were able to neutralize them one by one by sending 2 teams of machine gunners to attack a single position. In the evening, German armored cars tried to attack the hill of Grebbeberg itself, but were repelled by a 47mm anti-tank gun. After the seizure of the outpost the previous day, the focus of the German force was on capturing the front line, which ran along the eastern slope of the Grebbeberg. Von Tiedemann decided to initiate a powerful attack on the hill. It was defended by 4 companies. They were reinforced by a machine gun company and an anti-tank unit which occupied the casemates nearby. There was a much larger number of Dutch machine guns in the front line, so that this time there were no blind spots in which the German units could hide. Von Tiedemann realized that an all-out assault like that of the day before would not work, and ordered an artillery barrage which lasted for the better part of the morning. The artillery bombardment did not destroy the defensive works, but did undermine the morale of the Dutch units, which were mainly composed of conscripts. After 12:40 p.m., the German guns ceased fire, and the SS Brigade attacked the Hornwerk, an 18th century fortification which had to be seized first. The defenders' ammunition supply was low because of skirmishes with German forces the night before, and in the early afternoon, the Dutch started to give way. After the short engagement, the Hornwerk fell, and the Germans stormed the hill. The Germans threatened to outflank the Dutch casemates, which could only put fire onto the area directly in front of them. A fierce battle ensued on the wooden slope, but the automatic weapons of the SS gave them an advantage. The Dutch did not have sufficient forces in reserve to initiate a counterattack. Hey everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Battlefields of World War II, the series where we go through all the battles of World War II in chronological order as long as they are represented in the games Battlefield 1942 or Battlefield 2. So today we are in the Battle of Grebbeberg, still part of the German invasion of Holland. And this was part of a line where some very heavy battles fighting took place. It might have actually been the most like the fiercest fighting that happened in Holland. I'm not entirely sure. We still have one more battle after this, which is the battle at the Afsluitdijk. but where, for example, with the airfield of Ockenburg, which we of course did last time, we had about 70-ish casualties on each side. Here the numbers ranked over 300 and even over 400 for the Dutch. So a total about like 700 plus casualties died here during those 3 days, with the Germans eventually being the victor. It is interesting because, again, this battle is often not mentioned in the history books, or very briefly in our high school system, and you would think that there would be a lot of movies about it or something, but there isn't. And the artillery barrage. Oh, there we got some British Air Forces. So the Dutch did try to have some air support by the British, but the British were also very busy with their battle at France at the same time. There we have the AT gun that actually the Germans tried to, on I think the second day, they tried to head over there, but oh god. The AT gun actually stopped them from advancing. Definitely all the artillery explosions do make this battle feel a lot more epic. It does make me wonder though, again, I think the artillery is supposed to be German, but I'm not entirely sure. I can actually switch to here. So we do have some artillery pieces, but no one's actually manning them. Let's actually use some of the light tanks. Look at that, we even have some German forces on the northern side making a flanking maneuver. If this is the first video you've seen in the series, please go back and start with the very first episode. We have a lot of battles already that have been dealt with here. Oh, come on. Shit. There's a link to the playlist that will lead you chronologically through all the battles we've done so far. Oh my god, there's so many. Is there another point we can take? Some of them are actually going for that one. Ooh, look at this. That's a 38. I might just want to stay in the armor. We're captured. Oh, we got it. Good, good, good. Okay, so we are moving on now. The Dutch are not letting us go through easy. Oh, Jesus. Okay. There my tank went. A little bit of glitchy water, but it's fine. It is actually interesting to note that during this battle, one of the SS officers actually broke the so-called laws of war. Though of course we all know the saying, all is fair in love and war, where they used the Dutch troops as human shields, captured Dutch troops as human shield by having them wear German army clothes, and the German soldiers would actually disguise themselves as the Dutch. There's so many. Come on, reload. No one's firing. Good job. So these sightings, this is very Dutch. These little canals. I wonder if we can... Where's my character? If we can capture this point right here. The artillery barrage continues. No, fuck off. Here we go. See if we can actually hold up in the house. We can! I am out of ammo though now. Oh, look at that. We are actually capturing that point to the southwest as well. No, the Dutch took it back. I need ammo. That's what I need. Crap. I can't. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. You help me capture this. There we go. Now just some people gonna spawn here. Oh, look at that. We can actually get a Dutch armored car. But I'll take this. Man, this does feel very different than the Ockenburg battle, doesn't it? It's very, very cool. Like, there's a lot happening. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. I got hurt there. Okay. Come on, guys. Let's capture this. Need more units. No. He was about to throw a grenade. Ah, he was able to throw it. Damn it. Okay, we got a half track over there. Let's spawn here. There we go. At least we got some more ammo. We only have about 2.5 minutes left, so I'll hop into the armor one more time. It was very effective for a little while. And again, as long as we can keep that neutral, they cannot spawn there. Some of the Germans are actually already heading towards the northwestern spawn point. Gotta make sure not to kill any of our own team, because we of course want to capture... Oh. Come on. Out of the way. Come on, capture. Jesus. We got it. We got it. There we went. But we got the bridge. Also, they're neutral there. It's gonna be difficult now because all of them will spawn here. Yeah, they might as well try and counterattack. Hold, people! Ah, shit, they already made it neutral. Oh, there's a little tank over here. It's very light, though. That hurt a lot. Ugh. Alright guys, we are about to switch sides to the Dutch. Very, very cool map. This is really one of the better ones. There's a lot of action going on. A lot of fun, both as the defenders and the attackers. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Alright, let's now do this battle from the Dutch perspective. Alright, and we are back. So, let's start with a regular hunter and let's welcome the Germans at the front line, which is of course is going to be very heavy force battles. We do have the AT gun on our side, which we of course should use because that is historically accurate. Now the only thing though is, but then again, it's Holland, so we don't really have a lot of like giant hills, because they are talking about that Grebbeberg is a hill. I don't really see a like big hill area here, but then again, Holland is very flat, so it's going to be a little bit of a waiting game. It's going to take a while. They are coming though. Oops. I keep pressing that C that does that, and I keep pressing it because I think that's crouch. Oh. Alright, a fellow Dutchman is actually now helping us. That guy's going into the counter-attack. There they are. There they are. Oh my god, look at them all. It's a little bit of a build-up. Here they all come. Oh my god. It's actually spawned in an area where we couldn't really go as the Germans back then. Let's check it out. So we're here. Here we actually got this bunker. This German air support that they have here. Now, the Dutch didn't really have a whole lot of cover. They used a lot of sandbags, a lot of wooden objects. There's a few bunkers here and there. Alright. Already got our soldiers in preparation. Gonna head to the front. Oh, look at that. We have a second one. Wait, is this the same line? No. God, I love it. There's so much heavy artillery going on here. Boom! There they went. Seems like we were doing a good job of holding them, huh? Oh, just to say that. They're giving us a run for our money, though, there with their artillery support. Jesus! It's like they saved the best for last in terms of artillery display. Dear God. Incoming! Gotta reload. Now they bring the armor, but our AT gun should be able to deal with that, right? It's actually interesting to see how if you're playing as a defender, it's so much easier. Like the AI is not really capable of capturing that point. Oh Jesus. Look, they're not trying too hard. It's interesting. I mean, they're all cluttered up so much like it's getting a little bit laggy even. Oh, here we go. Here's some ammo. Oh, here he comes. Shoot it! What are you doing, dude? Boom! That's how we do it. Yeah, no, it's I said before, like, this is one of the better maps. This is fun both as attacker and defender, but I take some of my words back. As a defender, not so much. And I've gotten a comment previously saying like, well, you know, some of these mods are not meant to be played with AI. They're meant to be played with people. Well, again, I play with the mod thing where you have 150 bots. And I prefer playing with bots. And if that's available, that's what I'm gonna be playing and judge. Ugh. Oh, look at this. This is the good... Oh, this is the good shit. Though, I can't not get in it? Huh. Interesting.
We hebben de controle van dit steunpunt verloren.
Oh, wat erg. Took them long enough. Nice to hear some Dutch in there. Oh, jeez, they're already here. Sneaky bastards. In that case, we have so many troops though. There's no way they can claim that, especially with that short amount of time left. There we go. Got it back. So yeah, guys, so it's only 2 minutes left, so I can kind of do my final thing to say. So after this, we have one more battle to do in the Dutch 3-day war. Oh, look at that. They're actually capturing the northwest. They can actually take that. We don't have a lot of units stationed there. Which is the Battle of the Afsluitdijk. Oh god. And after that, we are going to the Battle of Belgium. There we took it back. And the Battle of Belgium, I believe, has 2 battles. And then we're going for France, which of course also will have Dunkirk. Though I should say that it has the outskirts of that. It has the Battle of Dunkirk, not like the evacuation. This was made before, you know, the movie that now made Dunkirk such a popular thing in pop culture, where all of a sudden games, you know, get their Dunkirk update or their Dunkirk map, where that battle was quite unknown, mostly to non-Europeans. Anyway, guys, if you do know certain maps or battles for Battlefield 1942 or Battlefield 2 that you think would fit this series, that are, for example, not part of a mod but separate, please let me know. Oh god. Oh, there you go. Total victory. So let me know, guys, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next Battlefield.